Welcome to Part 2, Advanced Text Boxes in GIMP. This is the second part of a two-part video series about manipulating text boxes in GIMP. In this video, you will learn how to change the font style in GIMP, how to change the font color in GIMP, and how to change the font effects in GIMP. If you have not already done so, please watch part 1 of this video. If you have not watched part 1, stop this video and go watch part 1. These videos are designed to develop contingent skills, so without watching the first video, you may become confused. If you have not already watched video 1, please stop this video and watch the first video. If you have already watched the first video, please proceed. Thank you. Alright, in my first video, I taught you how to make a basic text box in GIMP. So what I need you to do now is go ahead, open GIMP, insert your image, and create a basic text box. As you can see on the screen, I have already opened GIMP, inserted my image, and created a basic text box. Now the first thing we're going to learn how to do is how to change the font of our text. Changing the font is quite simple, but it has a huge impact on the overall quality of your project. Once you have your image uploaded and your text box created, you will highlight the font you wish to change, and you will take your cursor up into the floating text box above. As you can see now, there is a little box that says Sans. So what you will do, you will type in the type of font you would like to have. For example, I'm going to try Times New Roman bold. You click on that, and the font will be changed. The downside of changing your font in GIMP is that you do not have the sample list of all the different fonts. You have to just pick the font. The downside of changing your font in GIMP is that you do not have a sample list of different kinds of font. You have access to standard fonts in GIMP text boxes, Times New Roman, Calibre, those kind of fonts. However, you don't have some of the fancier fonts like Chiller or any of the more exotic options. However, you do have a basic standard palette for changing your font style. The downside of changing the font in GIMP is that you have to know the name of the font you'd like to change it to, so this requires quite a bit more legwork. So while you are designing your design in GIMP, just go ahead and be prepared and have a concept in mind about how you would like to change your font. The next step we will learn is how to change the font color. To change the font color in GIMP, highlight the font you would like to change, and then you will come to this little black button, click on the floating toolbox where it says Change Color of Selected Text, and it will take you to a little menu that has a color wheel. While on the color wheel, just pick the color you would like to change it to. I'm going to change my font to blue, so it'll be easiest to see. Once you have the desired color, click OK, and your text will be changed. This completes how to change the font color in GIMP. The last feature that we're going to cover in this video is how to change filters in GIMP. Adding filters to your text is always exciting, and GIMP offers quite a few ways that you can continue manipulating and make your text more exciting. I'm going to show you a few options. What we're going to do in order to change the filter in GIMP, you're going to highlight the text you would like to change, and you're going to take your cursor and you're going to come up to the top to filter. Now, as you can see, once you've clicked on the filter button, you have a huge drop-down menu. Some of these drop-down menus are applicable to text, some are not. What we will focus on right now are light and shadow. Click on light and shadow and pick your favorite effect. I'm going to click on sparkle. And I'm going to click on OK. And as you can see, my text is highlighted. It's a very subtle change, but you can see there is more highlighting in the text. Anytime you are trying to create multiple layers in GIMP, you will need to click on the Create New Layer button. It's a little window. You will be prompted to do this, so just remember it. It can get a little annoying from time to time, but just be prepared. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to animate your text. You will highlight the text you'd like to animate in GIMP, come up to the filter, scroll down, and click on the Animation tab. Now, as you can see, there are several options in GIMP for how to animate, but I'm going to click on the rippling animation. Click on the rippling animation, and it will take you to a page, and you will have to pick how many frames you want to ripple. I'm going to make it 20 so it's a little bit easier to see. Click on OK. The computer will spin and wait. As you can see, I now have an example of rippled text. Another animation, highlight your text, click on the spinning globe, click OK, and you can now see that your text has been changed to look like it is spinning. This one is a little harder to see, but it's pretty impressive. Another animation that is fun are waves. Click on the waves button, click OK, and you will now see that it looks like your text is moving around. Another feature you can do with filters, you can also change the light and the shadow. When you want to change the light and the shadow, you will click on the light and the shadow button, and you can play with effects, all of these effects on the above list. Today I'm going to show you drop shadow. You will click on the drop shadow button and click on it to apply. Click on the little prompt and click OK. And as you can see, my text now has a shadow behind it. This concludes part 2 of advanced text box manipulation in GIMP. This is realistically just the tip of the iceberg. There are many, many more things you can do to manipulate your text box in GIMP. However, the purpose of this video is just to give you a taste of text box manipulation. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye. Thank you.